He was a minister. He worked for, you ever heard of him? Probably not. Nobody has now. But he used to write books. And he lived in Winnipeg. And Daddy was interested in him, in his books, you know. And he went out there and he was an assistant to him. What was his name? He had a pen name. His real name was Charles Gordon. But he had a pen name that he put on his books, and he wrote dozens of them. And then, of course, the war came along and he signed up. Daddy followed right behind him. You know, so, and that's where he met Mother in France. She was a nurse.
She was a nurse.
And she was one of the very few Canadians that got as far as France itself. Most of them stayed in England. And they met and I presume fell in love. Oh dear. Anyway, they got married. And because she wasn't allowed to be a nurse, she wasn't allowed to practice nursing after she was married, so they came back to Canada and she nursed in Winnipeg. And then my father was invited by the British to go to Russia. And he went, left Mother pregnant. She didn't tell him. But anyway, she didn't tell him, and off he went. And he was actually in Omsk, which is a city in the what do you call them? You know, the mountains that are right there on the cusp of Asia. Anyway, she went there and to practice medicine. And she actually was there when they shot the royal family.
Oh, wow.
You know, they shot the royal family.
Yeah.
Well, they were in Omsk, which is about 50 miles from Ekaterinburg, where they did the shooting. And of course, if the British had known about it, they'd have rescued them, but they didn't know about it.
Yeah.
So they didn't rescue them.
Wow, that's crazy that he was so close to everything going on.
Yeah, of course, couldn't find that out till 1922 or somewhere around there. They didn't acknowledge it until, you know, I mean, the people that did the shooting didn't acknowledge that they did until that many years afterwards. Which 6 or 7.
Wow. How long was your father in Russia for?
Oh, he was in the army.
But how long?
Well, how long? I don't know. Year and a half, something like that. 2 years.
And then he came back and there was a child waiting.
Oh, he loved Russia. Interestingly enough. You know, there wasn't any fighting where he was. And he was with the British Army, not the Canadian Army. I got fine. My sister and I didn't.
Okay, so you were born in Winnipeg, were you?
No, I was born in New Glasgow.
In New Glasgow?
My father was minister there.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that. That's what he did. He was a chaplain in the army.
Oh, okay.
He joined up as a chaplain, and he joined because Charles Gordon was his full name, not his nickname, the writer. Funny. But he knew Daddy, and he invited him to come to Winnipeg. And that's where he went when he came back from the army. No, before he went to the army. He followed, what did I just tell you his name?
Gordon, or Charles Gordon, I think was what you said. I know it was Gordon, yeah. So how did they end up back in New Glasgow?
Well, I suppose, I don't know.
But somehow, probably after he came back from Russia or whatever, they ended up back in New Glasgow?
Oh, he was born in Nova Scotia. He lived there, until he went until he went to study for the ministry, which he did at AST, but it wasn't called AST then.